Welcome to my channel, The Three Mountains. Today we will continue with part 2 of AHRIMAN the Beast. I'll start with this image, this picture, where Master Samael shows me AHRIMAN for the first time, and he's telling me that when it comes out to the world, it will do a lot of harm. And I could see that it was looking for a way out. It was stuck inside the cave, but looking for a way to come out. And indeed, it came out, and my war against AHRIMAN started in March 2015. I will repeat Master Samael's words, but it is not possible, I repeat, to reach supreme resurrection without the death of the Antichrist. That is Samael Aun Weor. Now let us continue. Just a moment. I want to show you that 4 years later that my war started with AHRIMAN, I could see this in the astral one day. I saw that a tall oak tree was falling to the ground, and I was saying, it's finally falling. So I will say that evil has a beginning, but it also has an end. You have to remember this important phrase: watch your thoughts as they become your words. Watch your words as they become your actions. Watch your actions as they become your destiny. So if you grow in evil with the help of alchemy, then your doom is certain. So people who take these teachings on alchemy lightly and do not use them to kill the ego inside them, alchemy becomes a double-edged sword. It can kill the egos, yes, inside the person, or it can also kill you if you don't know how to handle its power. Yes, now we move to the second image. Just a moment. Again, I repeat, all evil has a beginning and it has an end. I could see the tree had fallen, and I felt sadness for the person who had chosen the path of evil instead of using alchemy for for changing, for killing the egos and following the path of goodness. So it is not for us to take action, to retaliate when people attack us, yes? And then remember that cosmic law applies the exact punishment to the evildoer and liberates us, yes, from this person who is persecuting us, chasing us, or doing evil to us, accordingly to what we deserve and when we deserve it. It's not that from one day to another God will come and remove the evil, the evildoer from our lives, from our environment. No, AHRIMAN will stay in our lives, and we will have to go defeating it slowly, gradually, and it takes time. What Master Samael says is, we must know how to suffer, we must know how to be patient, and we must know how to wait. Yes, and remember that the more awake you are along the path, heavier is the responsibility on your shoulders not to hurt someone along the path. We are not allowed to hurt people. We can run, we can hide, we can avoid their blows, but we do not hurt others, along the path. And this also includes to our enemies and AHRIMAN in this case. Now, I tell you what happened to me. This is my personal experience on how I won the war against AHRIMAN. I realized that attacking back was only feeding its anger and the thirst for more revenge. I realized that in this way the war would never end in my life, and I was really tired. So I stopped attacking back. I kept defending myself from the blows. and I became invisible. I hid, I ran away every time it was coming towards me. My head got decapitated, because you go beyond your mind on how to do things, because it was not working. Yes, all reasoning was not working in this situation. It came to a point where only the messages from the astral and the voice of my intuition were the best weapons I had to defend myself against AHRIMAN. Like, for example, not to be found or caught in AHRIMAN's traps. So I shut down my mind completely to be able to see what was going on around me. Yes, and now we're talking about this dream in the astral. It's February 2019. After 4 years, you can see that AHRIMAN has finally shrunk. So I grabbed these 2 crocodiles, little baby crocodiles, by the tails. I opened the window and I threw them outside my house. Remember, your house is your temple, inside you, your environment. Yes, so they could not have any more evil, they could not throw any more evil at me, right? Okay, let's continue. I want to tell you what Master Samael says. He says that obviously all of us are children of the dragon, children of Satan, the devil, children of the darkness. Why? Why does he say that we are children of the devil? Because remember from my previous video that the devil gives the sexual impulse. So your mom and dad had this sexual impulse that created you. You are here because of that sexual impulse, right? So yet when someone wants to become a son of God, he must then defeat the dragon, the tempter, the scaly skinned dragon. If we do it, then we will be transformed in children of God and into dragon of wisdom. So what I want to point out here is that we are talking about 2 dragons. Yes, the dragon of darkness, yes, which is AHRIMAN, and the dragon of wisdom, that we turn into dragons of wisdom by raising the Kundalini. Yes, so wherever or whenever you go through sacred texts and images from the past, you will see 2 types of dragon, and now you know their origin, right? Similarly, with the serpents, there are 2 serpents. One is the good one, Kundalini, and the other one is the bad one, the Kunda buffer. In any case, we have to defeat the dragon in order to be devoured by the serpent. Blissful is the one who is transformed into a serpent. So this is again Master Samael talking about 2 serpents. Remember, there are 2 serpents. One, if you follow Black Tantra, then you will be developing the Kunda buffer organ. Yes, and that in the astral is the anaconda serpent. That if you follow the path of evil and darkness, at some point that serpent, the anaconda, will devour you for evil and in evil. Likewise, if you follow and awaken the Kundalini, the luminous serpent, the positive serpent, then at some point along the path you will be devoured by the serpent. And he says, blissful is the one who is transformed into a serpent. Once the Kundalini, I can show you here in this picture, once the Kundalini has made its way all the way up to the head, at some point you will be devoured by the serpent. But remember this, the Kundalini does not rise even 1 vertebra if the conditions of sanctity required for that vertebra have not been conquered. Each vertebra has its moral conditions of sanctity. Yes, that is the warning that Master Samael gives. But at some point, once you pass all the tests, the luminous serpent, the Kundalini, will devour you, your whole body, and you will become a serpent of light. Now, at the end of the second mountain, you have to face Ahriman. This is what I say, yes, this is my opinion, that at the same time that we grow in light, someone else outside you, in your environment, grows in darkness in the same amount, yes, and in evil and for evil. So there comes a moment when it will turn to attack you with all its might and all its force. Evil and doing evil is pleasurable for Ahriman, right? Now, let us continue. This is what Master Samael says. Again, I show you here. This is an image from Mexico. Is the Aztec serpent Quetzalcoatl, and is devouring a man. So now you understand, but by what I said previously, that the Kundalini will make its way all up our spinal column, and at some point it will devour us, yes, when it finishes its journey. So this is the meaning, the same meaning from Mexico, from the Aztec. Let us see what Master Samael says. Before the resurrection, each one of our vehicles must become of pure gold. Pure gold, this work is done in the second mountain, yes? The astral body must be transformed into pure gold before being devoured by the serpent. The mental body, the same thing, must become a vehicle of gold. That is to say, we must have a mind of gold before it can be swallowed by the serpent. The causal body, and likewise the Buddhic body and the Atmic body, the same, right? Now, when all of these vehicles have already been swallowed up by the serpent, then comes the eagle, right? So once you become a serpent, now the eagle comes, the logos. Let's take a look. And there you see an eagle swallowing the serpent, right? So the eagle swallows the serpent, and then the great work is done. The golden fleece of the ancients within oneself here and now. That is to say, the Logos living already as a human among us. The work done, the Magnus Opus done. Now you understand, and I want to point out that White Eagle is the name that Master Samael gave me in the astral. It was not a random chosen name, you know, that I decided suddenly one day to take it and to use it. What happens after the eagle swallows you? This happens. If you take a look, this is in the Mexican mysteries, the Quetzalcoatl mystery. Here we have Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent, the flying serpent. Yeah, so here is another dragon of wisdom that has come out and ended the path. And this is what happens after the eagle swallows us. Up to here, I leave you this video to watch it again and meditate upon all that has been said. And this is the end of the great work. This is the result. Now, at this moment, yes, when you reach these heights, there are no more egos to kill and no more battles to fight. Thanks for watching.